وعمليق من عمالقة الدعوة في جو النيجيري وقبة وقمة وقوة، بل من جهابذة لزوم الدعوة الإسلامية في ديار نيجيريا وما جاورتها. بإذن الله تعالى أهيئ وأستقبل ضيفنا الكرام، أو نقول الضيف الشرف والأمير المبجل لدائرة الأئمة بعاصمة نيجيريا الفيدرالية بقيادته الغراء، قمة ورشدا من الله سبحانه وتعالى، عني به ذلك الشاب إن صحة التعبير، وكذلك الشيخ إن لم تجاوز التعبير. بين هذا وذاك ميزه الله سبحانه وتعالى بهذه الكلمات المتنورة والمتنية. علامة النحرير، لا نزكي على الله أحدا، الشيخ محمد تاج الدين محمد بلو OON، فليتفضل منا مشكورا ومأجورا من الله سبحانه وتعالى. التكبير. الله أكبر. It is my singular honor and very distinct privilege to welcome to our midst our erudite scholar, the leader of all imams within Abuja and beyond, that from the Mashiach of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Part of the Arabic words I said, he the sharp means is a young man, even though a sheikh par excellence. Every now and then, for those who have known him for the past 20 years, he's still looking the same. Allahu Akbar. He's still looking the same. 30 years ago, we were just discussing this morning, for those who have been seeing him on Sahur Live, the same way. We wanted him to be here last year. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not permit that, but we are very, very delighted to have him in our midst. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for every single second, every single minute, every single hour. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to always renew his good health. Let's say Ameen. He's our talker, Wallahi al-Azim. Not because he's here, but Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, one of the shining lights representing Nigeria everywhere in the world. Because of a singular person, the Saudi authority respects Nigeria. Allahu Akbar. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant him more life and inshallah more opportunities with good health for him to serve the Ummah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Wa la hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-aliyyil azim. Highly revered elders and well-respected brothers and sisters, those who are within and those who are without. Within in the masjid, we have our mothers, our sisters here, also our brothers who are doing itikaf, our sisters that are doing itikaf. A good number of people will also be joining the program live as we stream it on social media using 3 different platforms. We are using Facebook, YouTube, also inshallah Instagram. All these, may Allah make them channels for all of us to get to Al-Jannah Firdaus. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-aliyyil azim. Without further procrastination, it is my singular honor to call onto the high table the chairman of the Muslim community, Cited Estate in Bora, the person of Professor Salih Abdullah Ali Abu, فليتفضل مشكورا. التكبير. Also to join the high table with the Sheikh is also a member, one of our erudite scholars within SciTech, one of our elders. We have Council of Shura, our elders, whatsoever we are doing within the masjid, outside the masjid, intrastate, interstate, they are always there. Majority of them are retired from civil service, but they are never tired in the work of Allah. May Allah never make them tired. Let's say Amin. It's the elder statesman, the person of Alhaji Bukhari Musa, MNI, at Tafsir. He's a gentle going and soft-spoken, mashallah. Now to join the Sheikh on his immediate left, one of our Allah movies, so that you want to go for Gunna, Daily Gunna, Kolkolatu Sukra, Kolkolatu Kubra. Inshallah, I have a singular honor and privilege to call on Madam Bashir, Allah Rahma Bashir, Ahmad, Al-Kujawi, Atakbir. Now, he said he's set to roll this, inshallah, the program open for us. We'll listen to a short recitation from the glorious Quran. That will be done by one of our Allah Munis again. We need masjid in the person of Madam Sheikh Saddam Muhammad Thani. فليتفضل مشكورا.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الذين كذبوا بآياتنا واستكبروا عنها لا تفتح لهم أبواب السماء ولا يدخلون الجنة حتى يلج الجمل في سم الخياط وكذلك نجزي المجرمين. لهم وكذلك نجزي الظالمين. والذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات لا نكلف نفسا إلا وسعها أولئك أصحاب الجنة هم فيها خالدون. ونزعنا صدورهم من غل تجري من تحتهم الأنهار وقالوا الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. لقد جاءت رسل ربنا بالحق ونودوا أن تلكم الجنة أورثتموها بما كنتم تعملون.
الله أكبر. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to reward Allah Rahma and every single one of us. The last portion of that verse, may Allah make all of us from among the direct beneficiaries of such verse on the day of Qiyamah. That is Al-Jannah to Firdaus. Once again, inshallah, Kareem, it is my singular honor and privilege to hand over the microphone to our Sheikh. The topic, as repeatedly announced, is the role of zakat in economic justice. How zakat purifies wealth and supports social balance. Inshallah Kareem, in the Arabic adab, he said, Atil Kawsa Bariha, Wadara Baniha. If you want to handle the situation, give it to an expert. And in this regard, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, our Sheikh is an expert. If there's another word beyond expert, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to him. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make his reward to be in Al-Jannah to Firdaus.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه وبعد. Our elders on the high table, the Al-Rama was recited and run by my side, the chief imam of this mosque. Our elders who came from the itikaf, our sisters and brothers who are on the side of the women wing, all other individuals who are here with us, and those who are being also from a distance. I say one to all of us, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I must start by giving thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for his favors uncountable to all of us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increase all of us in iman. Let me by start congratulate those who are attending itikaf in this mosque and to reassure them that has been the pattern of the sunnah for one to come himself in the mosque at the last 10 days. May Allah accept from all of us. Amen. And especially we that are weak, who are yet to be in your positions. Let me also make a comment a little on the Imam's introduction. For those who understand the Arabic very well, the presentation of my humble person has been over pampered. The situation is not the same. And it is only prayers that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will cover us of our shortcomings unknown to others and known to Him, so that He bless us and pardon us and admit us into His Jannah. And that extended to all of us. It is not of the befitting to a student like us to be mentioned and over-mentioned and over-introduced. It is only the politicians and academicians, professors, that need to be reintroduced and even above their positions. As a student of learning, I think it's enough to mention my name, and that's what Allah forgive us. The topic I'm given to discuss is a very broad one, a very important one for the party, and especially in this country, Nigeria, where poverty is really biting, and especially these days, after the subsidy has been removed. Economically, the world things change, and people actually are in pain. This topic is actually very relevant to discuss almost every corner of the country, because it may be an instrument of cautioning the hardship people are witnessing, not only Muslims, but the generality of citizens of this nation. I pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us the way out. Now, the topic, the role of zakat in economic justice. How zakat purifies wealth and supports social balance. You see, Allah in His infinite mercy, who has given us Islam, has given us solution of our problems in this life, and in fact, solution to take care of what will not please us on the day of Qiyamah, which is the hellfire. Allah did not make this ummah to be an ummah that will be sourcing for anything of benefit from anywhere except from the Quran and the Sunnah of Rasulullah. And Allah did not make things difficult for the ummah. Allah did not deny us the enjoyment of this life. Allah did not deny those who are rich to benefit from what Allah has given them of richness. But Allah has balanced the equation, which through my discussion, inshallah, some of these points are going to elaborate and explain. We are all aware that zakat, which is key in the words using in this particular topic to be the center of our discussion, zakat. Zakat is a pillar of Islam. Zakat is purely material. When you talk of Tawheed, it's purely spiritual. You say you believe in Allah and so what? You believe for yourself, it is you that know you believe. When you are performing Salat, Salat has element of spiritualism and socialism, where people come together to see one another and to know one another and to uplift the standard of one another, economically, politically, socially, in Salat. But zakat that follows is purely material. That this material should be given to those who don't have. When it comes to Siyam, it is a training that Allah wants us to achieve God consciousness in it. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kutiba alaykumus siyam.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون.
Allah says, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, O you who believe, kutiba alaykumus siyam, fasting has been prescribed unto you, kama kutiba ala alladhina min qablikum, as it was prescribed on nation and generation before you, la'allakum tattaqun. By chance you earn God consciousness. In only short verse, Allah has mentioned what He commanded, and Allah has informed us that it's not actually a new thing, it's not an innovation, it has been practiced earlier before this nation. And Allah told us also equally in that same verse, the essence and the wisdom is not to make things difficult for us, but rather to make it easy and for us to achieve God consciousness. Now, when you come down to Hajj, it demonstrates very clearly the global nature of this deen. How this deen is for the whole world, regardless of your color, regardless of your status, regardless of your tribe, regardless of your place. Everybody has to converge and to be gathered in Makkah, because you cannot perform Hajj anywhere in the world except in Makkah. And it's indoors. And Allah also made that even for those who have the means, because of the nature of it involves finance. Even though it's spiritual, but it has element of finance in it. Unlike the Salat, which you don't need to give anybody a kobo. Unlike the fasting also, and the Kalima to Shahada. As the car also is purely material. But it involves your own self also, expenses, and then also spirituality in it, where you come together globally and meet one another to see Islam as universal. And Allah is so merciful that He did not make it compulsory on all of us. Allah says, إن أول بيت وضع للناس
للذي ببكة مباركا وهدى للعالمين فيه آيات بينات مقام إبراهيم ومن دخله كان آمنا ولله على الناس حج البيت من استطاع إليه سبيلا.
Allah says, إن أول بيت وضع للناس للذي ببكة مباركا وهدى للعالمين. The first ever house erected for mankind on the earth is our. That is the oldest building for mankind to serve as a place of worship. Which means Allah purposely create man to come and worship Him. That's why Himself made the provision. It is not men that built it, it was already been built even before you alayhi salatu wasalam. And that tells you how important the assignment we are sent on us to perform is Allah's ibadah, worship. The Lagi Bakata, which has been erected for mankind in Makkah, that is Makkah. Fi ayati bayyinati maqam Ibrahim. There are signs there. Of course, among the footsteps of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, who was among those who rebuilt the house. He was not the originator of the building. The building was already there. And he and his son Ishmael rebuilt the house. Of course, even after them, it was rebuilt. Even during the time of Rasulullah when it was 95, the house was rebuilt again. آيات بينات مقام إبراهيم ومن دخله كان آمنا ولله على الناس حج البيت من استطاع إليه سبيلا ومن كفر فإن الله غني عن العالمين. Now in this house, Allah made the visitation, the pilgrimage of that house to be a pillar of Islam. Now when we come back to zakat, which is the topic of discussion, which I say is purely material, zakat are being taken from what is valuable. The most known to everybody is the wealth, which is a position of gold and silver. But it's not only the wealth valuable that Allah has mentioned. Of course, that of the wealth, which is naira and kobo today, is more pronounced. But there is also zakat on the animals, especially the ones we consume. Also, there is zakat on farm products. These are the major key areas of zakat: the wealth and the animals, and also the farm products. But the discussion mostly is centered on the wealth because it is what everybody knows, and it is what everybody must see, and it is what everybody must use. There is nowhere in the world today you must use money. Even this coming together could not be achieved except with money. The building of the mosque has to do with money. Those who came for itikaf have to spend, whether on their vehicles or public transport. This light we are seeing, money has to be paid either to those who are providing the power, or you have your own jet that you want also you provide money. This seat we are sitting on has to be bought actually with money. The microphone that actually extend the message to others also, even the gadgets that are being used. So life cannot be meaningful. In fact, it's as good as no life when you talk of the area of money. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has decreed that some are going to be rich and some are going to be poor. And for a wisdom known to Allah and known to those of us who are wise too. Because if everybody in this mosque and beyond are going to be billionaires, everybody a billionaire, the professors, billionaire, the retirees, billionaire, we the young ones who are still growing, also billionaires, the stars and the alphas and the imams like the imam of this mosque, Bukhari Musa, billionaire, every mutatif, billionaire, then who is going to serve who? There will be no meaning to life. Let me tell you, nobody will build this mosque. Because what for? Why should you? Why should you put the road in order? Why? There will be no meaning to life. So Allah is not a miser. Allah is making things to be easy for mankind. That's why He uplifts some to be rich and He makes some to be poor. And that we should not. That we should not. It's not because He prefers others above others. It is in the Nigerian language today that when you are rich, you are seen to be so important, even beyond. And those who are poor, to be seen as if they are not important. In fact, they are just like servants. And any society that has this as a value, that society has gone. Value is not money. Value is what you are, whether poor or rich, whether deep or led, whether man or woman, whether young or aged. Your value is what you possess. Of being responsible and not irresponsible. Allah says, وَلَوْلَا أَنْ يَكُونَ النَّاسُ أُمَّةً وَاحِدَةً
ولولا أن يكون الناس أمة واحدة لجعلنا لمن يكفر بالرحمن لبيوتهم لبيوتهم سقفا من فضة ومعارج عليها يظهرون ولبيوتهم أبوابا وسررا عليها يتكئون وزخرفا وإن كل ذلك لما متاع الحياة الدنيا والآخرة عند ربك للمتقين.
These three verses is what to do of. And the name of the chapter is also derived from the verses Allah just rehearsed unto us. You will see our oneness. That really those who are for this world are wasting their energy and resources, and especially when they claim to be Muslims. Allah says, وَلَوْلَا أَنْ يَكُونَ النَّاسُ أُمَّةً وَاحِدَةً لَجَعَلْنَا لِمَنْ يَكْفُرُ بِالرَّحْمَنِ لِبُيُوتِهِمْ سُقُفًا مِنْ فِضَّةٍ وَمَعَارِجَ عَلَيْهَا يَظْهَرُونَ. Allah says, why it not that Allah is sympathizing with us. Allah is merciful to us. Allah wants us to enter Jannah. If not, Allah could have made provision of mighty buildings for those who disbelieve in Him. Anybody who disbelieves in Allah, Allah will send angels to build house for them. Houses of silver. You know, with the advancement we are in today, we are able to get houses of silver. It is only decoration upon decoration. Houses, in fact, the stars case, it tells you that their houses are mansions. And that's why when you build houses of high, levels and high, steps, Quran has already mentioned that you could have made even the steps you use in reaching the highest level of the homes are of silver. You will clearly know who is the person by his house. And the house of believers will be made of hearts. You know, these are Fulani houses. Not to condemn them. I might be from Fulani. So I would not like them to condemn their daughter from me because of this nature. But you see, their homes are just small huts. I don't know what the Fulani is in the city. They also compete with any other person. But those who are running their animals, you see their homes are just easy homes. Made out of just simple house. Very simple. Allah could have made those ones to have silver houses, a Muslim to have houses of that house. How do you know a Muslim? By his house. How do you know a Catholic? By his mansion. Allah said this, He could have made this, and this could have been a lesson to all Muslims that this world is not for you. The essence of your existence, purpose, is to worship Allah. Any other enjoyment you drive it to serve that purpose. You sleep in that small hut and rest so that you continue to worship. You have that money in your hand so that you use it for worship. You are giving health so that health will serve the purpose of worship. You are a leader, let that leadership be served to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You are a young man, use that energy. You are an academician, you are a businessman, you are whatsoever you are, just use it. Because this is not your place, this is not your world, this is not your home. You are on transit. Come to dunya, ka'anna gharib, aw abir sabil. That was the admission of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Be in this world as if you are a traveler. The traveler now has become landlord. He has forgotten even that he is traveling. Not only that, he is competing to earn haram so as to enjoy this world. لولا أن يكون الناس أمة واحدة لجعلنا لمن يكفر بالرحمن لبيوتهم سقفا من فضة ومعارج عليها يظهرون ولبيوتهم أبوابا وسررا عليها يتكئون. Allah have made also provision for their doors and windows. In any other place that you can see from a distance, silver. And even the beds they are going to sleep on is going to make out of silver. You can see enjoyment very clearly. And Allah mentioned home here. By extension, everything of theirs will materially incline. If you like, you say their cars, their jets, their rights, their clothes. Allah just mentioned home because you cannot live without a house. But by extension, anything they are using is going to be different. Then Allah said, وَذُكُرُفَا وَإِن كُلُّ ذَلِكَ لَمَا مَتَاعُ الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا وَالْآخِرَةُ عِندَ رَبِّكَ لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. And Allah added another value. He said it would have been golden. Zukhruf, that is golden, gold. We will fill everywhere with gold for them. Everything of that will be gold. You know, gold has existed as the existence of man. And that's why the chapter is named Zukhruf. Gold itself. Everything would have been gold for them. But in Kulu Zalika Lama Mata'ul Hayati Dunya, and Allah made that provision for them to enjoy the life of this world. Well, Akhirah, and the hereafter, where we are heading to either today or tomorrow. Well, Akhirah Inda Rabbika Lil-Muttaqin, and the hereafter, in the sight of your Lord, is for those who are God conscious. I think this preamble is going to take us a long way, in knowing that words has no much meaning. If you do not use it for the purpose it has been given to you. It is not your own. The reality is that it's meant for those who are without. But you is given to you so as to use it in serving God. And Allah could have denied us. But the fear is that if let's have all these mansions and all these buildings in Abuja and elsewhere and for the Bukhari, I think some imams will retire from imamship. What imam of this must say? When I say imam, I'm talking of all other professions which equally join those mansions. Today, that even that is not done. You see somebody compromising because of the naira is going to collect a bribe. You see a name of Muslim in uniform with gun in his hand collecting bribe. In fact, it has reached a level whereby change are being given. You give 1,000, they give you back change. And when you read the name, you became so sad and embarrassed that you bear the name of Muslim. What are you looking for there? You that have been given reward, the territory you are serving, you are securing. You are being given a lot of each and every one of them because you are their security. Your reward is not more than each calf. For securing humanity in that uniform and the gun in your hand. And you try to be a criminal just because of money. And the nation is aware of this corruption. It's not a new thing. It has become part and parcel of Nigerians. Nobody sees it now as a crime. And the essence of that is for you to enjoy this life. That is all. No. Very embarrassing. You are not one of that. You are a morabit. A morabit is somebody who gives his life for others. It's right. You cannot quantify the word of the morabit. It's just like somebody fasting throughout the day and then praying throughout the night, throughout the year. And you cannot do it. But in morality, somebody giving arms to make sure security is established. Not only for Muslims, but for humanity. But look at how ridiculous individuals are. Right from the top downward. Things are upside down in the nation. All in the name of wanting to enjoy this life which Allah has belated in these three verses. That it is for them. That's what Rasulullah said. A dunya sitting in the mu'min, but then it's kafir. Now this is sound. That this world is a prison for a woman. It's not that you go to jail and stay there in prison. No, the meaning is that you don't have right to do what you want. As somebody who is in the prison has no right to go out and do what he wants. It is the orders that will allow him to do this, don't do this. Well, already it's in their hand. One day I was in the Kuje prison and somebody phoned me and I was allowed to hold my phone because they will see your phone by the gate. So before you enter deep into where those who are in prison, even though they don't call it prison anymore, correctional services. Now I was called and the man said, pick your call. And like people. Why are you? I say I'm a Kuje president. Ah, Kuje? I said, no, I brought myself. I was not brought by the security. Because there you don't have your independence. That's why the Muslim in this world doesn't have the right to do what he so wants. No, he has been directed by the Quran and the Sunnah. That is the meaning of his kingdom. And for him, in Jannah, he does whatsoever he wants to do. He has no limitation. He can be a criminal, he can kill, he can drink, he can fornicate. But you are restricted. Nothing will you do except that is the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, to the point of the value, the risk. This risk we are seeing that we are discussing the kind of God is a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are coming to the second step. The first step would have been the kuffar will be given the whole wealth and we will be there looking at them. The second stage is that Allah decided to give some among us and among them, and deny some among us and among them. Allah said, Wallahu yabsutu rizqa liman yasha wa yaqdir.
والله يبسط الرزق لمن يشاء ويقدر وفرحوا بالحياة الدنيا وما الحياة الدنيا في الآخرة إلا متاع.
Allah says, Allah will yabsutu rizqa liman yasha. It is Allah who makes the provision of wealth. Look, the word used for those who are students of Arabic, yabsutu. Allah spray, like when you spray this cotton on this table. Allah does that, which means you have nothing to contribute to what you are of your wealth. It's not because you are going to the office, it's not because you are going to the market, it's not because you are going to the farm. No, Allah has decreed you are going to be wealthy. That's why He sprayed it for you. Just go and enjoy it. It's not your energy. You have to risk the liman yasha, not to everybody. To whom he so wish. And to him he so wish here is not to whom he so love. So don't miscalculate it. Allah can give you anything of this world, not because actually you are close to Him. No. It has been decreed that will happen. And the same applies to power. Allah gives you power not because actually you are close to God, you are spiritually guided. No. He can give a criminal. He can give an imam. He can give somebody spiritually inclined. He can give to anyone. He has given Firaun. Firaun is so stubborn and so arrogant that he claimed what she could. Allah tells him, we cannot forget Firaun in history of those who are leaders. He said, I'm Rabbukum al-A'la. Ma yutlakum min ilahin ghayri. What this was said by Firaun. But he maintained his throne until when Allah decided to drown him in the name. So, giving you wealth or giving you power or giving you knowledge, Shaitan is knowledgeable, highly a professor of his time. Yes, because you know when there are professors there, you have to be very careful. So, he is a professor of his time. In fact, he used that knowledge to deceive our grandfather and Adam alayhi salam. He's not an ordinary person that can do that. When you don't have knowledge, you can come to a prophet and then deceive him. He has calculated. He has made calculations. He's a big professor. He told Adam that you want to say permanently in this place, in this environment, you say, okay, these are the things you should do. And he did. Then he misled him. So giving you knowledge or giving you power or giving you wealth doesn't mean Allah likes you. And it can be also Allah likes you because also you incline to his religion. Like Sulaiman alayhi salatu wasallam was given power. Power that has never been given and it's never been given. And he's going to enter Al-Jannah. And all that has been given to prophets. They are going to enter Al-Jannah. And wealth has been given to individuals. Even among the Sahabas, they are billionaires. Even like Abraham bin Auf is a multi-billionaire. Not the money you are having today. It was said that Abraham bin Auf is much richer than those whom you think they are rich today in the world. Very rich. Their wealth is in gold. People like Abu Bakr Siddiq, they are billionaires. Khadija, she's a billionaire. She's not a billionaire. But they are already in Al-Jannah. So it is not a sign of love to deny or to give you. is you who will struggle to use that wealth to achieve Al-Jannah, or since you are poor, to accept destiny on you and don't go into any corruption and maintain your discipline, and then you enter Al-Jannah. So a Muslim has nothing to lose, nothing at all. Long as you are a Muslim, the only thing you should do to Allah is to thankful Him, and Allah has cited earlier, Alhamdulillah, alladhi hadana li hadha, wa ma kunna linahtadiya lawla an hadana.
وقالوا الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله لقد جاءت رسل ربنا بالحق ونودوا أن تلكم الجنة أورثتموها بما كنتم تعملون.
You see, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us how they appreciate being Muslims. It's not just because they are rich or they are poor. All of them appreciate being Muslims. And the joy is that they are going to enter Al-Jannah. Look, when Allah was mentioning Al-Jannah to them, all of them, He said, Uristumuha. You inherited it. Inheritance is what you get without sweat. When your father, your mother, your brother dies, and then the estate is being given to you, you did not work for it. You did not work for it. Whosoever is giving Al-Jannah has not worked for it. It's just a token you are presented. It is not payment of your work. It's just like you have inherited your father. It's not your business. It is the business of your father that now is being transferred to you. Uristumuha. Of course, that is the sabbath. That is the cost. The little you are presented that pleases Allah makes Him to give you Al-Jannah. But if not, nobody is entitled to Al-Jannah. Nobody. Even the prophets. Because what has been prepared there cannot be quantified. You are talking of a golden house, you are talking of golden car, golden this. When you enter Al-Jannah, your Al-Jannah, you alone, is more than the whole world. You alone, your house. I was asking somebody that, okay, one of your toilets, how big is your toilet? Is it your toilet in Al-Jannah? It is you here that no toilet. In Jannah, there is no toilet. Anything that you even those who are in China are going to toilet, but you, I don't know if this was anyway. But there, you are so much inclined to Allah that you don't need any toilet. That is a when you are going to toilet, it's a weakness. But today, governors will go to toilet, president will go to toilet, imam also will go to toilet, everybody will go to toilet, or possibly you will go to toilet. It's a weakness. You don't have it there. So, he says, stop asking that question. And when we say the whole world, we are not talking of Africa or Nigeria, it's your house. And imagine how you move around this house. And then, at the expense of that place, at the expense of that place you are playing here, you must be a joker. A Muslim. Now, the topic of discussion is zakat. And I will emphasize more only that zakat has benefit. Benefit to the person giving zakat. Benefit to the person receiving zakat. Benefit to the society that the act of zakat is being discharged. There are so many other benefits. But these three are the ones I'm going to discuss. This person giving zakat, you know, we have mentioned that this risk has been given to you on a flatter way. It's what you're making. You may see somebody more giant than you, but he's working under you. If it is mightiness of the body, he can live with three of you. Three of your life, he can live with that, but he's working under you. And that will not give you that. If you talk of knowledge, you see somebody who will not have any form of knowledge. You don't even know the arithmetic of the wealth. It is an accountant, and he will tell you that I want chartered accountant to be employed. He did not charter anything. He did not even go to university, but he control charters. Because he has the money. These are what you can see all over. You see a son becoming rich While the father is still alive, who give back to him? And the mother, they are poor. It is only him that will uplift them. Is it age factor? It's not age. You see in your primary school, when those two you read together, when you come back, you see some of them now in the village, they don't even have what to eat. When you come to them, they will see them as if actually they have become so old because of poverty and the environment influence. You are too fresh because you are very close to those who are fresh in the FC. It is not your making or their making. Actually, it's not the issue of your body structure. No, Allah decreased it. Allah gives to this information. So if you have this at the back of your mind, you will not be foolish in those who are poor. Because there are those who are rich, just they became so arrogant because of what Allah has given to them. So arrogant, you cannot even shake hands with you. You can only come out and then everybody will go down. You tell God to go tomorrow, you come back. Go tomorrow, you come back. You suffer them, not because it's arrogant. In fact, someone will deny his immediate relatives. You'll be counting the money, you don't know what you're doing the money for. Now, that preamble that Allah will have made it for Kufa. And the second one is, He is the one making the provision, not even you. That calls for you knowing that that wealth is having some duties. You must discharge some responsibility on it for it to save you on the long term. So anybody giving zakat is assisting himself. Is assisting himself. That's why Allah says, خُذْ مِنْ أَمْوَالِهِمْ
صَدَقَةً تُطَهِّرُهُمْ وَتُزَكِّيهِمْ بِهَا وَصَلِّ عَلَيْهِمْ إِنَّ صَلَاتَكَ سَكَنٌ لَهُمْ وَاللَّهُ سَمِيعٌ عَلِيمٌ.
Yes, Allah says, خُذْ مِنْ أَمْوَالِهِمْ صَدَقَةً. Take out of their wealth charity, sadaqah. Because zakat is called sadaqah in a number of places in the Quran. But sadaqah are of two types. The sadaqah of zakat is compulsory for wealth, which everybody actually knows of zakat, is 1/40 of that nisab. And it must reach how? That is 1 year. Because of the value of anera, evaluating from time to time, it doesn't have a stable amount. But I think now, I don't know whether it has reached 8 million or so. And I don't know, Imam, is it 8 million? Professor is much higher, almost around 11 million. And some are saying it has reached 12, something like that. So anybody who is having that amount of money that is nisab, the language is nisab, it changes from time to time and from place to place and currency to currency. So long as you have that amount, 11 million, then you are going to give 1/40 of it. And that is simple calculation. And in the animal kingdom too, you have what you give out of the cat. And then in the farm product too, you have what you give out of the cat. Whether it's from grain product or from irrigation or both, it has irrigation. But the one that is popular, which I'm discussing now, is that of the wealth, which everybody actually is cumbered with. Now Allah said, take out of their wealth. خُذْ مِنْ أَمْوَالِهِمْ صَدَقَةً. That is the zakat here. That sadaqah, take it out. Some people, some scholars say, you take it by force. If we have Islamic government, Sharia government, those who are rich, at the end of the year of the zakat, they will submit what they have. It is the government that will remove the zakat. It's not you just calculating your money and bringing. No, delegate will be sent to confirm from your bank, from your list, it will be confirmed so that you are being assisted. Because your government will not like on the day of Qiyamah to make to allow you to go to hellfire because of that. And they know how people are inclined to money. So a delegation is there purposely on zakat administration. So they will remove the zakat. Khuz, and khuz mean by force. It's not deity. Mean amwali sadaqatan tuqahhiru, so that you purify them. But to zakihim here. And then with that zakat, after the purity, purify them well. وَصَلِّ عَلَيْهِمْ. And then pray for them. That's why anybody who gives zakat, the imam must pray for him. That may Allah bless your wealth. May Allah bless you. May Allah bless your family. May Allah bless your endeavor. It is compulsory on the ummah to pray for those who are giving zakat because they are rendering social service to the community. Any community that doesn't have instrument of balancing the economy, that society will be in crisis as we are in most of our states in this country. Most of those who you see now becoming criminals, they are not having the orientation. And some are extremely poor. So they don't enjoy this life, so they are living in their days to them. Since there is no iman, it's the same thing. So let them go for any criminality so that to enjoy what people are enjoying. So zakat caution that it is a social service. That's why those who coin this topic actually must be more mastered than myself in zakat. The way it's coined here. It's a social service. So the administrators must force the person to give the right amount. Because they are purifying his soul, they are purifying the wealth, they are also purifying society. And that's why the administrators of zakat are entitled to zakat. I'm coming to that. So anybody giving zakat out should be happy. Shouldn't feel bad. You see somebody with 40 million, for instance. It has extended beyond the sum. And it has reached probably how? You are only giving 1 million out of 40 million. But some, after counting the 1 million, he will return the money back. He say, this is too much. What have they done? What work? Have been somebody in getting this. In fact, I spent, so Shaitan would advise him that, look, return your money. After all, nobody will ask you. A number of people are not giving zakat in this nation. A number of people don't even know the wealth they have, talk less of giving the right zakat. Some of those close their eyes and say, okay, go and give 100 million. After all, the zakat is up to $1 billion. We have individuals who are supposed to give zakat of $1 billion. And let me tell you, if $1 billion should cross any area, I'm telling you, those areas will know that something is happening. But unfortunately for those who are rich, these billions they are having, it's not in their pocket they are moving around, it's just somewhere packed as papers. You can only eat and then sleep and ride and enjoy. But the wealth is there in abundance with no any service to you. I mean, this is madness. It's just papers that are counted for you that you are now a trillionaire or a billionaire. But you are not walking around for people to see the billions. If you are moving with the professor, you will not equal with the professor. Okay. Anybody may not know some professors who are billionaires, not our professor. And it's not a crime for you to be a billionaire. It is a crime for you not to discharge the duties and responsibilities of that billions. Let me tell you, some people with billions will enter a general before those who are poor. Because they have rendered what they're supposed to render, and the service is supposed to serve, they have done it on those billions. While the poor person is there also lamenting, envying. Anybody that passes with beautiful car, these are the ones who are criminals. We don't know how we got the money. One day I was coming from Maiduguri in public transport. You know they're my in-laws too, so I always respect them. So I'm coming from Maiduguri in public transport. My neighbor very close to me is an academician. His shirt has become so old, it has torn. Even though he's talking his trousers, he can speak the best of English, but he doesn't have anybody. You can see from him that is poor. So we're discussing, he said, this is your leader, this leader, they are leaders. I serve these people, I serve this nation. For years I've been this, I've been that. You know, teachers are poor. And I can understand because I've been teaching in primary school. He was lamenting. And the lamentation is based on his situation and condition. He's coming to Abuja so that some members of his family will assist him. When we were discussing, he told me, he said, some of them will hold a phone. That was that time, about 10 years ago. Would hold a phone of about 50,000 phone. 50,000 phone. Then I say some of them are businessmen, they can afford to buy. They say no, they are criminals. At that time, my phone also is a little expensive. So I try to convince him that look, they can get it from halal, they can be given. He said no, you can go there by their phones, they are criminals. So I hired my phone very well, so that I will not be one of them. I tried to convince him, he refused. When we had a stop over to eat, we ate together. He was happy with my companionship. Very, very happy. Although he's a Muslim like me. So when we went back to the car, they were calling him to tell him where to stop so as to come and pick him. His own phone, that is this rubber that he tied it with, is Nokia. You know this Nokia? It has the cover. So if he release the rubber, the back part will remove. So he was trying to adjust it. So when they are calling him, he could not hear what they are saying because of the nature of the phone. I wanted to assist him, but I'm hearing my phone. We suffered before we could get the location because of that poverty. What's wrong with you having a very beautiful phone? But it must be from halal. It shouldn't be from haram. Allah has never made the provision of this world to be haram. But the only thing that a Muslim must know that he has been given by Allah is for him to serve Allah and not to be arrogant to anyone. That's why Allah said, قُلْ مَنْ حَرَّمَ زِينَةَ اللَّهِ
قُلْ مَنْ حَرَّمَ اللَّهِ زِينَةَ الَّتِي أُخْرِجَتْ قُلْ مَنْ حَرَّمَ زِينَةَ اللَّهِ الَّتِي أَخْرَجَتْ لِعِبَادِهِ وَالطَّيِّبَاتِ مِنَ الرِّزْقِ قُلْ هِيَ لِلَّذِينَ آمَنُوا فِي الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا خَالِصَةً يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ كَذَلِكَ نُفَصِّلُ الْآيَاتِ لِقَوْمٍ يَعْلَمُونَ.
It's not easy for you to read Quran anyhow. It's not easy at all. May Allah increase our allowance in Iman. Allah says, "One man harrama zinatullah allati ukhrijat ibadi wa tayyibati min rizq." Who deny, who make prohibited for my servant the beauties and the bounties and the enjoyment of this world? Who declare that? Nobody. It is out of ignorance that you say, no, nobody should enjoy this life. No, everybody should be wretched. No, it's not true. It's not true. And Nabi Sulaiman was not wretched. Look, he controlled almost everything in the world of his time. He discusses with even the ants and the birds. Everything under his control. The power is, in fact, if Nabi Sulaiman is traveling to know the power, today science is just playing. He climbed on the ventilation, the air you are seeing, which you cannot hold, he will tell the air to stop and he will climb on it. Which jet do you have from this nation? The people will be confusing you with science, IT and all these things. The air will stop by the command of Sulaiman. And you say, okay, why is Imam scientist? Why is professor? Why is? So everybody will climb. He will count. It's okay, we are going. He will command the air to move and he will move. There will be no crash. And wherever you want to land, he commands the air and then he will land. You will see him flying. You will see Sulaiman and those who are going flying there. The power is so actually unquantifiable. One day he was on that move. He told me that wealth has nothing to do with Iman. If you have a genuine Iman, you can be able to be millionaire. A man in his farm saw Sulaiman. He says, Subhanallah. Glory be to Allah. He purified Allah. Because he knows it's Allah who gave Sulaiman that. And Allah made him a farmer to come and farm and so on grows there this way. Then he says, Subhanallah. And Sulaiman had him and he commanded, he doesn't need any Torah, any command, just tell the jet to land. And then they landed in fact. He called the man, he said, what have you said? The man said, I saw what Allah has given you. And I know what Allah has given me. And I'm satisfied. And I glorify Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sulaiman said, what you have said is better than what has been given to me. That's why you subhanallah, walhamdulillah, wa la ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar, wa la hawla, wa la quwwata illa billah, khayr mimman tala alayhi shams. These words you say in less than 30 seconds. It gives you the material that the sun has shined on the earth. Not Nigeria, not Africa. The whole world. And people are consuming of materials, you are the one is more than those things all together combined. Is there anybody poor among the Muslim woman? Only if you make yourself to be poor. You are never poor. You have been honored by Islam. So Allah did not make this enjoyment to be haram. But Allah is warning us that it shouldn't take us away from the real home we are going back to. How many years are we going to spend? At worst, 150 years. I saw some medical personnel here. If you reach 150 years, even doctors will be scared of you. Because you are going to be older than all the doctors. With their expertise. Okay. So you can see that Allah has actually done with us. No matter what you want to eat, what you want to say, you can't say more than 150 years. Okay, let us give you 200. Now, okay, if you stay 200, people will make you a zoo. They will be going to visit you, and that man will refuse to die. Let us go and see. So it's limited. The enjoyment is limited, the time is limited, everything is limited. Why as a Muslim will you go in wronging Allah and disobeying Allah just because you want to satisfy your interests? Now, removing zakat is purifying the soul of those who own the money, purifying their wealth, and assisting the society to be a moral, disciplined society. That's why the benefit goes to the man himself, the man giving out the zakat. Number two, the benefit also goes, as I mentioned, the wealth. The wealth now is purified, and now put more barakah in it. Nobody brings the zakat to Rasulullah except when Rasulullah prays for him. قُلْ مِنْ أَمْوَالِهِمْ صَدَقَةً تُطَهِّرُهُمْ وَتُزَكِّيهِمْ وَصَلِّ عَلَيْهِمْ إِنَّ صَلَاتَكَ سَكَنٌ لَهُمْ وَاللَّهُ سَمِيعٌ عَلِيمٌ. So that zakat is going to give you peace in your heart, peace in your home, peace in your business. And that will also make the business to be a business that actually is appreciated by Allah Himself. Because there is barakah in wealth. You know, Abdurrahman bin Auf was a billionaire in Makkah. When he migrated to Medina, he did not go with any of his wealth except what he was wearing only. What Rasulullah saw him, he wept. Because if you see somebody rich in poverty, you sympathize with him much more than somebody who is already poor. He's used to it. Rasulullah attached him to somebody rich in Medina so that he will enjoy what he has been enjoying in Makkah. But do you know one thing? Abdurrahman bin Auf did not share all that was given to him. He said, my wife, I will divorce when you marry. My house, I will divide in my business. My gardens. He said, no. Duluni ala suq. Show me the way to market. Because he is a visitor that he doesn't even know where the market of Medina is. That's why some people that name him to be Duluni ala suq. Show me the market. He was showing the market. He started business in the market in Medina. And he became rich. Richer than what he used to be in Medina. When Allah was given the certificate of 10 companions to enter Al-Jannah, he's among the 10, but the last of the 10. He asked Rasulullah, why am I the last of the 10? He said, because of taking points. You must explain how you get the money and you must explain the way you are spending. He decided from that time to spend all the money so that he will also be richer. He didn't go on money, I will give it all. He started giving it out anyhow. But the more he gives out, the more Allah will bless it. Because Allah will choose to raise the imagination. It's because about the Quran, you could have gotten all the secret behind anything happening in the world. It's not his making. And that's why you don't envy him. If you are envying somebody rich, flying in jets, flying in different, you are competing with Allah's decree. You should be happy by seeing him to be rich. And you assist him with dua. Then may Allah save him. But people are not like that. It is that will open your chapter. That man, you don't know. That one who's won money in that ministry. Let's see why I'm looking for him. He has run away. They are one. Because you don't have. You want FCC to wear all everything. It is bad. Allah decree him to be rich. Allah decree him to be where you are. You should thank Allah for that. People are not like that today. So that richness is from Allah. It's Allah's decree. So be happy with it. As it also are in dua. As they are also giving out their zakat. And only zakat match you. It's unfortunate that even if the zakat is not being given out properly, somebody needs to go beyond zakat. Look, Abdullah bin Auf said, anytime I give out, it will be replaced. He said, if people are marching on the stone in Medina, and he cleans the stone and raise it away and say, who will buy it? People will rush it. Stone, ordinary stone. That they're marching on their way. But he said, who will buy it? They will rush it. But Allah has made him to be a successful businessman. So we should not envy. We should be happy. We should appreciate. We should pray. We should assist those who are rich. Without them in society, society is not going to hold. Without the poor in society is going to have problems. So all of us are important as far as Allah is concerned. And Allah doesn't make mistake. If He makes you to be rich, it's not a mistake. If He makes you to be poor, it's not a mistake. Now, in the society, any society that zakah is being paid, that society is going to have a balance in social way of living. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has measured what we are in need of in that society. It's not that some are in the hand of this, some are in the hand of that. But when you allow it to flow, it will start everybody. The budget has been done by the government. When some people refuse to give, then they will endanger the life of some. That's why Allah itemized those who are to benefit from zakat. He itemized them. He said,
إنما الصدقات للفقراء والمساكين والعاملين عليها والمؤلفة قلوبهم وفي الرقاب والغارمين وفي سبيل الله وابن السبيل فريضة من الله والله عليم حكيم.
والله عليم حكيم. You see, this verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned the category of those who deserve to be given zakat. 8 categories. Number 1, al-fuqara. إنما الصدقات للفقراء. A fakir is the person who doesn't have what to eat even that day. And we have it in Nigeria today. Those who cannot afford what to eat that day. And a miskin is somebody, even though some are saying miskin is fakir is miskin, that is a discussion among scholars. We students only take from what they say and then we extend it to the larger society. They said a miskin is the person that have what to eat for 1 year. He has a small car, a small house, he's looking okay. His salary cannot be less than 1 million for instance in Nigeria, because if you don't earn 1 million now, you are in trouble. That's why doctors and professors are enjoying their salary is very big one. There will be no complaint. So anybody earning less than 1 million in Abuja is in trouble. It's a miskin, I'm telling you. A pure miskin. You have some miskin around you. That one is a very clear miskin. That's why most of our youth are just miskin. So Allah said they should be given. That shows you Islam is concerned about your welfare. Very concerned about your welfare. Islam doesn't want people to be in danger with poverty. Islam wants people to eat and drink. The basic need, so that they will have time to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If not, a miskin wouldn't have been mentioned. Traffic, Bukhari, that miskin, the verse will not come to you because these are fast who are very much. The journey of Musa alayhi salatu wasalam and his teacher. Currently Musakin, you are sick, he's okay now. وأما السفينة فكان مساكين يأكلون في البحر. Look, somebody owing a ship on the sea is even called a miskin. So with your brother car that you are going to the office, you are a miskin. Very miskin. So Allah says, give miskin. That's why Islam did not condone actually poverty. Islam wants people to live moderately. So that man with the brother car going to the office managing, he should be doing the car. And provision has been made. Allah knows there are those who are going to give the car to reach that level. And Allah started with the fakir Because the fakir is more in need than miskin. In the Masalakatu al-Fuqara, wal-Masakin, then he said, wal-Amilina alayha. Immediately after this group, Allah mentioned the administrator of the land. You know why? Even if they are rich, they should be able because they are seeing the wealth. When we give them 1 trillion as the cat, and then they are giving it out, and then you don't give them part of it, something will happen. That's why today, when civil servants are stealing the government money, at times you cannot have justification. Look, with the minimum wage of 70,000, tell me how you are going to survive in Maraba, coming to the Ministry of Finance working from Maraba with your 1 wife and 2 children. How will you survive on 70,000? Tell me the money you are going to use. If you are joining transport to come to your office, that 70,000 will go for transportation only. How do you feed your wife and your children? So the gate of corruption has been opened for long by the system. The system controls the corrupt. Islam is far away from that. That's why even if you are a billionaire, if you are among the administrators of zakat, you are entitled to part of it, so that you don't take out of what is on your own. And Allah did not even delay out of the 8 groups. Immediately he mentioned fakir, he mentioned miskin, he said, well, Amilina, how can you call them? Oh, how money? Okay, no? He decided, after the 2 group administrators, even if they are rich, they should be given portion of that. When look at how beautiful Islam is. Allah mentioned non-Muslim immediately after their administrators. Look, if a Muslim doesn't believe in Islam, why should he benefit from it? He doesn't believe in zakat. Why should he be given part of that? He tells you Islam is concerned about mankind. Islam is so much generous. You not believe in me, you not believe in zakat, and you are believing in zakat, and written in the Quran. How are you supposed to think? And that tells you that Islam is generous. You as a Muslim must be generous to those who are Muslim around you. It's not only the issue of zakat. It's sending a message to you that look, these people, even though they refuse to believe in you, you should show them that you are merciful. You should show them that you are kind. You should show them that you are generous. How many of us are doing that? That's why I always say in public that Muslims in Nigeria are not lucky. In the sense that those who come close to them are their friends. They are those Muslims who are not serious Muslims. They wear drink together, they wear forgive together, they do so many atrocities together. And ustaz like the imam, the turban like my own, they will never talk to them. He will say, Ajuman. You will never sit down with him. How will you know the beauty of your religion when you are far away from him? In fact, most of them are scared of appearance like this, which is not supposed to be. It's not supposed to be. So there are in between 2 extremes. Those who join them in what they are doing in the name of they are Muslims, they will not see the beauty of Islam. Those who are far away from them, that they cannot even talk to them. They are kuffar, they are this, they are that, and then you don't have anything to do with them. And Allah has been all together in this country, they cannot send out, we cannot send them. When I we're supposed to be showing them the beauty of Islam in our character, in our behavior, like what the zakat is teaching all of us. Immediately after the administration, Allah will give them when you know they are in need of, when you know they are simply easy going. There are so many of them that are very sincere. Very sincere. They will not harm, they will not cheat you, they will not say anything against you. They are just humble, they are simple. And they are poor. Some cannot even get what to eat. It is your duty to solve and get a way out for them as you are getting a way out for your Muslim. When we have to go him, Africa, and those in bondage of slavery, which we don't have now. If there is war, you know, there will be exchange of slaves, concubine, and Allah says those ones also should be free, pay out of the cash so that you free them. And that is humanitarian services. والعاملين عليها والمؤلفة قلوبهم وفي الرقاب والغامرين, those who are indebted. If someone has collected debt here, there, and the debt is for him to eat. He doesn't have a way to pay back. After collecting here and collect, he will change his environment. He was in Maraba, he will change to Yayan. From Yayan, he will change to Kaduna Road. He will change it because of debt. And this debt is not that he's buying car or house. No, what to eat only. And there are so many. And I say, no, give us a cut of that. They are paid debts. But Gambiri, office of Midila, and that office of Midila, which has been discussed by scholars to be preparation for defense. But Islam doesn't play with security. So you prepare anything that will give you security, use that money of the car to prepare it. No matter how expensive. Because people want to be secured. Office of Midila, or minister, and also our travelers. Even if they are rich in their country, in Ghana, in Germany, when they are here and they are poor, give them. If some Lagos is here and poor, give him. You give also on the journey, even regardless of their religion. Now, these 8 groups, any system that will take care of their need will have peace in that nation. Any nation that will take care of the need of this group, that nation is going to experience peace. But any nation that will neglect these groups, and especially the fakir and the miskin, then that nation is in trouble. And we are one of the nations that are in trouble because we don't take care of the welfare as it's supposed to be. Even at the government level, you cannot just say minimum is 70,000. It's not fair. It's not fair. While other people are stealing billions, when budgeting actually is being misbudgeted, when people are going for all form of corruption in the budget itself, it's very sad. Allah has blessed this nation so much so that we don't need to borrow from anywhere. Unfortunately, we are in this, and all of us actually are to be asked about it. All our agencies who are fighting corruption, when you go to, you find out that there are corruption too inside. And this is very terrible. This is very terrible. Some of the insecurity we are experiencing is because the social welfare is not taken care of. I'm not saying all. And that's why Islam is so massive that we want everybody to have basic need. Basic need. That's why in Islam, the Beit al-Mal is augmenting the zakat and sadaqat and hadayat. There is gifts. There is charity, there is no zakat. There is also the Beit al-Mal, where you give out to those who are in need of. Where you have to be going around finding out who and who could not get basic need. You know, Umar bin Khattab was once going around in Medina. He only used to eat in his food, in his house, food. But when he go around Medina and make sure that things are okay. How many times local government are doing this today? Even in where we have the majority, it's not done. You will go around. One day he was on that, going around, he noticed cry in the house. A serious one. He came closer and closer, and he noticed the cry is increasing. So he knocked by the door. And the one came out. He said, what is happening? He said, the children are orphans. And there is nothing for them to eat in this house. So what I only do is to put the water and some salt in fire, deceiving them so that they will sleep. Someone said to him, he said, wait, Umar. Punishment unto you, Umar. You are the Khalifa and people in Medina. She doesn't know who actually she is discussing with. He rushed back to his house first and called the first lady, his wife, and go along with her to Beit Man. He backed the side of Shahid himself, and his wife followed him. They went back, the wife entered, they put on the fire, they cooked the Shahid. He was sitting there, and the wife, his own wife, was looking for them. First lady, can you compare what we are doing today? I didn't want to tell you to compare, you can compare your own. Unfortunately, all this are not there today. And that's why we experience a number of crises. There will be insecurity. And no amount of security agents that can actually be able to bring that security in. And we say, no, we are talking of the nation. Building it. And we can do that. It is corruption that is killing Nigeria. I'm telling you, without corruption, Nigeria can lead the whole world in terms of economy. The brain is there, the resources are there, the calculations are there, the policies are there. But nobody will use it. There are some who are above the law. You are saying that no, law is above everyone. No, it's not true in Nigeria. Wallahi, even on your way, when you are going, you know that the law is not for everyone. Except if you want to see yourself. Look, I always give the example of traffic. Traffic light. Traffic light is meant for people to safeguard their lives so that there will be no accident. Stop so that this will go. Stop so that will go. Most of our leaders, when they are going, they don't respect traffic. They will confuse even the traffic officer who is there. They will confuse everybody. They will beat your car. In fact, someone will show you gun. When you look, you find out that it's a Muslim. What are you telling people there? And you are calling for security. When you are contributing to insecurity, you are killing lives. Now, zakat is to balance the equation. Those who are rich should give out of what they have been blessed with. Not all, part of it. And as a Muslim, you should not only stop on zakat if you are rich. Give zakat. Allah said, الَّذِينَ يُنْفِقُونَ أَمْوَالَهُمْ بِاللَّيْلِ
الذين ينفقون أموالهم بالليل والنهار سرا وعلانية فلهم أجرهم عند ربهم ولا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون.
Those who are given their wealth in the daytime, in the night time, secretly, openly, they have reward but cannot multiply. There will be no fear for them. They should not grieve. Anything they are leaving behind, Allah will take care of it. Where they are going, Allah will assist them. Because of giving. Because of giving. Allah says, يا أيها الذين آمنوا أنفقوا مما رزقناكم من قبل.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا أنفقوا مما رزقناكم من قبل أن يأتي يوم لا بيع فيه ولا خلة ولا شفاعة والكافرون هم الظالمون.
Inshallah, to this point, I'm going to stop. Allah is calling those who are having the means to give out. Give out. When you give out, your iman will increase. When you give out, Allah will bless you. When you give out, Allah will honor you. Give out. It doesn't stop what Allah has made for you provision. Antigo. Out of what we have blessed you, which means still is not your effort. So anything you come upon this, look at the ayah very well. You will see Allah attaching the favor to himself. That day there will be no business. There will be no friendship. There will be no relationship. It is what you have presented you are going to be given. No interceding. And then Al-Kufar, they are the Al-Zalimun, those who are going beyond limitations. Please let us try as much as possible. You may not be rich today, but at any point you have a little. Give that little out of little to those actually who are doing that little you have, give little. And here the call is for all of us to give. Because when a call is made for people to give out, those who are poor will be looking at those who are rich. They are talking to them. And he will never give anything. If you have 10,000 and there is a call, you give at least 1,000. The person having billions will give millions. Trillion will give billion. And the whole society will become actually a peaceful one. May Allah assist us. May Allah guide us. All I can say of goodness is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Anything of shortcoming is from my own humble self. I ask him Allah to pardon me and forgive all of us. I congratulate once more again those who are itikaf. Let them continue to pray for themselves and let them not forget the nation in their prayers, because Nigeria is in need of prayers. No human being whether the or leg, that can solve our problem today. It is only Allah who can give us the way out. So let us intensify prayers. What the contracted prayers is sincere one. And especially in this month of Ramadan. You may not know who will pray and Allah will accept you. Let us keep on praying very, very hard. Very, very hard. The situation is not normal. It needs Allah's intervention. We pray Allah to intervene for us. We pray Allah to guide us, all of us. I pray as we sat silently here and listen to us from Allah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala these faces and change all of us in them to fit those even beyond. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
التكبير الله أكبر كبيرا والحمد لله كثيرا وسبحان الله بكرة وأصيلا. I think our Madam deserves a word of Jazakum Allah khairan. Let's say to him Jazakum Allah khairan. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make his reward to be in Al-Jannah to Firdaus. All of us are well reminded of a pillar of Islam called Zakat in all its entirety. The nitty-gritty of the word called Zakat. Who to give, who to receive, what to give, when to give, how to give. Allahu Akbar. Islam is the most beautiful things that ever existed on the surface of earth. I'm proud to be part of this lecture. He has said so many things. We won't be repeating them one after the other. But on behalf of my humble self and the Muslim community of this Cited Estate Masjid, I had this in mind that on my way out when he's going, I see him off with other Jama'ah, I'll make a request. But it's good to make it open now. On behalf of all the Muslim community and the entire Cited Estate Muslim Ummah, we want to appeal to our Shaykh. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to prolong our life till next year and beyond. That we are booking another lecture for next year Ramadan. At-Takbir. Approved, sir. MashaAllah, approved. Inshallah. I've learned so many things personally. I've been reading Quran. This Surah to Zukhruf, it calls for a caution and more pondering. Allahu Akbar. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala elongate his life upon righteousness. Allah, alhamdulillah, not because he's here, he is a source of our pride because of the name of Allah in him. He doesn't want me to say many things, but alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala never ever allow shaitan to truncate his way back to Al-Jannah. Let's say Ameen. Wala hawla wala quwwata illa billahi al-aliyyil azim. What you have listened to, may Allah make it beneficial to all of us and channel to Al-Jannah to Firdaus. Too many questions. Even women, we give them papers, they are requesting for more. But Sheikh is very busy. As I said in the beginning, Sahur life, Wallah, I pity him. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who puts him there knows what he represents. For how many years he has not been eating his own sahur in his own house because of to help the ummah, humanity. Always his sahur is in NTA because of sahur life. Tafsir for women in Al-Mana, Tafsir for men in Fuad. Just as he's living here for another program. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala never decree anything short of goodness to his life and the hereafter. Please let's say Amen. You don't know how happy I am anytime I look at him, wallahi. And we say this behind him. Anywhere we gather, somebody made it in Haram last year during Hajj. Imam of Area 10, Sheikh Yahya Garba al-Yulawi, said that all the imams, we should learn a lot from our leader. If I tell you so many things, you'll be shocked. He moved us from our own hotel because of his own hotel's proximity to Haram. That we were suffering to get to Haram. He now relocated all of us and gave us befitting accommodation better than the one we were living in. Not only that, I'm not saying this, but I'm saying because I'm happy and I want Allah to continue to reward me. You go out not sending anybody to go and buy chickens. When they say chicken, you know in Saudi, not like Shagaluku. not Yahuza. He packed like 12 letters by himself, coming to give us. If you need more, let me know. I almost fight one senior imam. He's my senior. Sheikh Bukhari. Sheikh Bukhari will call. I mean, we need someone that says, are we here to eat food? But it's my senior. That man is my senior. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep our sheikh upon righteousness. May Allah elongate his life. Wallahi, last year we are so grateful to Allah and we continue to be grateful. When they travel out of the country looking for health, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala miraculously, Allah did what made doctors to say, So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. I want us to recite Ayatul Kursi. As Allah made Ayatul Kursi, Sayyidu Ayatul Quran. It's the leader of all verses of Quran. Allah has kept him in this place as the leader of the Ummah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep him moving until Al-Jannah to Firdaus. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Allahu la ilaha illa huwa al-Hayyul Qayyum. La ta'khudhuhu sinatun wa la nawm. Lahu ma fi as-samawati wa ma fi al-ard. Man dha alladhi yashfa'u 'indahu illa bi'idhnihi. Ya'lamu ma bayna aydihim wa ma khalfahum. ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم. The first question, we take very few. Salam ya Sheikh. My question is, to whom zakat is incumbent upon, as well as what is the penalty? I think that's the question, because to whom has been mentioned. What is the penalty for those who evade payment of zakat? Jazakumullah khair.
The zakat is incumbent and compulsory on those who have reserved, and the wealth has reached out and been held by professor that the amount now in Nigeria is 11 million approximately, and because of the devaluation of naira, it is experiencing additional amount. It has been there formerly, it was less than 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, and today it is 11 million. It's very unfortunate anyway. So you give 1/40 of it. If that wealth has reached 1 million, and then you give it to those who have mentioned, the aid groups. Since there is no administrator officially, you can invite your imam to assist you, or somebody knowledgeable to assist you in discharging the responsibility.
Jazakumullah khair. But for those who did not pay, what is the penalty?
Well, the penalty is grievous, because Allah in the Quran has
الذين لا يؤتون الزكاة وهم بالآخرة هم كافرون.
وويل للمشركين.
وويل للمشركين الذين لا يؤتون الزكاة وهم بالآخرة هم كافرون.
I'm sorry in this mosque. The Arab is Arab, the Imam Arab. So we people like also as students will confuse ourselves. But they will quote you on the verses. Allah has qualified those who are giving the card as associate partner of Allah's family. It's a great offense. Because Allah has given them and they refuse to recognize Allah's gifts. And what Allah is calling them to give out is very small. Very small, 1/40. If it is farm products, out of 10 sack, you give out 1, which is 10%. And if it is irrigation, 1/20. If it is irrigation and rain, 1/50. 50. So it's a small thing you are giving out, and you have the reward. So it's unfortunate anyway.
Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum ya Sheikh. Please, is it within the law of Islam to enforce zakat within the Muslim community? If yes, that has not been in practice in Nigeria. Now, my question is that what the Council of Ulama is doing to ensure the enforcement of zakat in Nigeria?
Well, you see, the government is not is Sharia government. So you cannot actually force them to do anything that is not in the line of the constitution. So the only thing is that effort of this nature is going to be of help. Whosoever listens to this probably Allah will change his mind so that we are able to be willingly. But you cannot force anybody to give zakat in Nigeria. You cannot. Even if you say you don't want to Islam, what can you do? You cannot do anything. So because it's at liberty.
Even the Sharia state.
Even the Sharia state. Because the Sharia state, they will tell you that there are limitations of your Sharia. Have you ever seen anybody stone in any of the Sharia states? So don't we have those who are being denied? Don't we have alcohol being taken down? So it is, we are happy for the Sharia, at least it has moved a little forward, but it's not the real Sharia. The real Sharia shouldn't be under any constitution. With all your Sharia, you are under the constitution of Nigeria. So which Sharia? But it's a great above. You know, we must appreciate the little move. But no Sharia, real Sharia will recognize any man-made law. In الحكم إلا لله فلا وربك لا يؤمنون حتى يحكموك فيما شجر بينهم ثم لا يجدوا في أنفسهم خيرا مما قضيت ويسلموا تسليمون ألم تر إلى الذين يزعمون أنهم آمنوا بما أنزل إليك وما أنزل من قبلك يريدون أن يتحاكموا إلى الطاغوت ويقولوا أن يكفروا به ويريد الشيطان أن يضلهم ضلالا بعيدا. So that Sharia is not the real Sharia. It's a conventional Sharia. It's a Sharia that we should be happy with because it has raised our level to a certain level.
Jazakumullah khairan. Ya Sheikh, if a man knows he is rich but equally has a lot of debts, how does he calculate his nisab or zakat? Can zakat be given by an employer to an employee?
You see, it can be given, but that employer should not technically pay back like a wage or salary. After paying him his due right, in fact, he's more entitled to zakat than any other person far from the person giving zakat. Because he knows your secret. He knows you are very rich. So why is he in trouble of what to eat? Why do you have? So after paying him, we give him another 2 million, telling him that this is zakat. Go and enjoy it. He will like you, he will pray for you, he will defend you. If it's your driver, if it's your security, he will do more to you because you have done more to him. But never you use technical and then give him part of this and then manage. No. Give him his right due and then tell him that this one is also your right to zakat. The last question, right?
Yes, yeah. So many questions. But the man, Sheikh is going so well, he said I should take one more. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Does the payment of zakat come with a certain age or wealth or both? For wealth, how much do I be eligible for payment of zakat?
Yes, it doesn't have to do with age. A child of 2 years that his father died and left an estate for him, and then that amount has reached nisab, the cash should be paid on his behalf, compulsorily, because that is a right from the wealth. So it doesn't have to do with age, or even whether a man or a woman. No. Long as it has reached nisab and one house, it should be paid out. And then the second question is that,
like how much?
Like how much?
After the totality.
Yes, we said if it is money, about 11 million. We say our currency is changing. And then what you give out is 140. If you have 80 million, you give 2 million. If you have 120 million, you give 3 million. If it is 160, you give 4 million. If it is 200 million, you give 5 million. So it goes like that.
No. You can see Allah is not asking for too much, despite the fact that He's the originator of the wealth. Allahu Akbar. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward our Shaykh abundantly. All other questions, inshallah, will be treated either during Taraweeh or during Tahajjud. Then, inshallah, when we have another lecturer tomorrow, we'll also proceed with these questions, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward our Shaykh abundantly. The abundance we want, inshallah, in Al-Jannah to forgive. Prof, just 1 minute, please. I'm not giving Prof 1 minute because of, and then our elder, that was the financial guru, Alaji Bukhari MNI. I was trying to communicate to Sheikh through I when he said, Alaji Bukhari. So from the word Bukhari, Sheikh is your in-law, inshallah. And Alaji is one of the payers of zakat, inshallah. Alhamdulillah. So as Prof. Or you know, as Prof, you said professors, their own is not on the table. You have to understand mathematics very well. Inshallah. So what Prof said is
my own side is more than just an around. He handled his reading as if it's an MC of the gallery. I like his way, his presentation. Actually, the lecture is straightforward. I don't think that I need to talk more about it because it's more like discussions among us. But the way I listen to it, that everything is what they are saying. You don't need to. But the most important thing I learned is that zakat is basically material. It's similar to pilgrimage. Among the pillars, pilgrimage and zakat are similar. But pilgrimage has some spiritual attachment. But zakat, according to Mala, is basically material. And actually, it addresses most of our problems we are talking now. We have a lot of social problems in this country. If we are really paying zakat, I don't think we have this kind of thing we are riches in now. So, Mala has said that give out, it prepares your wealth. It prepares your wealth. It puts barakah in your wealth. The more you give, the more you get. It protects your wealth too. It's very important because it protects against some calamities that can fall on you. That's very important because the wealth that you have can bring in so many calamities if you don't do that. So in a nutshell, Malan has said, go beyond the curtain. It's very important because of our social predicament. Don't stop at the curtain. People need assistance. The curtain is just a total. If you are in a position, please go beyond the curtain so that we get out of the problem we're in. Thank you very much for today.
Yes. So I would say Jazakumullah khairan to our Sheikh, who is also our chairman of Board of Trustees. The Chief Imam have made a request if he would come next year. But the request I will make actually, we have had it here in the previous lectures, that we should go beyond having Ramadan lectures. We should organize lectures maybe quarterly or monthly. So if Sheikh will give us time, one of these places we just fix him, so that during Ramadan is too busy, but you can dedicate maybe 1 or 1.5 hours for us to have a more befitting lecture with enough time. So we seek for that before the next Ramadan, inshallah. So on behalf of the Muslim Ummah of SciTech, we want to present this little token. May Allah reward you abundantly, and may Allah elongate your life so that we will fear you again and again. Jazakumullahu khairan. Thank you.
So that
closing dua with the short recitation, inshallah. Okay.